Hey everybody, it's David. I'm out at our small acreage and was doing a little bit of work today, but as usual I keep a real sharp eye on the Facebook marketplace. I'm always looking for a deal on something we could use out here on our land. And something that we did last year or the year before is, although our property is agricultural exempt, okay, it was ag for, we had 11 acres of a pasture on the east side of this property that we've since sold. And so cutting hay is out of the question. The 5 or 6 acres that we have remaining was brambles when we first got it, and we spent a lot of time clearing it. It's been a lot of work. But we did a little research and found that I was able to change our agricultural exemption to become a wildlife management area, okay? And there's probably a lot of people that if you were able to find a property that was ag exempt. Now, you got to find a property that's ag exempt. I'd love to help you do that if you're looking for some small acreage or a farm or a ranch or something like that. Be happy to do it, being a realtor. However, if the property that you're going to buy is not currently ag exempt, it's going to take you at least 5 years to get it exempt. But if it is exempt, you want to make sure that you are actually file it for some sort of use that suits your sensibilities, okay? So we set this up as a wildlife management area, all right? Now, it wasn't a simple process. It wasn't a quick process, and it was a real learning curve for me, but I've been through it now twice. If any of you want to file an ag exemption on a property or change an ag exemption on a property to a wildlife management area, I'd be happy to help you do that. I think at this point I could probably consult in that regard, and there are people that do consult about helping people get that set up. I'm happy to do it for you. But for a wildlife management area, there's a number of different things you can do. Now, I'm just scatter shooting in, and I'm real high leveling this thing, okay? But you can create habitat for specific creatures, okay? I mean, rabbits, squirrels, whatever. You can try and draw a turkey if you're someplace where turkey might be, or a reasonable habitat for a turkey. Where we are, I looked into basically developing turkey here, because the county agent can help you. They'll actually bring you turkey if you can provide habitat, but I found out that I'd have to gather up at least 200 contiguous acres along this ravine that runs off into the Trinity River over here. Two owners of 200 contiguous acres that'd be on board with creating turkey habitat. Well, as much as I love turkey and turkey hunting, that's not something that we could do, okay? But there's deer and there's hogs and there's, squirrels and rabbits and, all sorts of stuff running around on this property. So from a wildlife management perspective, if you're able to create habitat, create food sources, and create water sources, the county, from a tax exempt perspective and from a county agricultural extension perspective, they're happy that somebody actually wants to do something positive for the environment and the natural habitat out here. So one of the commitments that I had made was I was going to set up at least 2 animal feeders, as well as I'm going to, there's several areas where we're going to disc, and we're going to plant oats and triticale and some other things based on what time of year it is and what the weather is like and that sort of thing. You can't see it, but right back here, there is a tub in a clearing that we have a hose that'll reach, and we keep that filled up. And I started talking about Facebook Marketplace, okay? But on Facebook Marketplace today, I found a garage sale where a gal was selling 2 feeders. I got out there, and I wish I'd had a pocket full of money with me when I got there, because this guy was a retired hunter, and he had bows and stands and all sorts of stuff. But really all I was interested in was 3 things that he had. He had 2 quality feeders, okay, so I picked those up for a song. And he also had a really cool pop-up blind. I'll grab that out in a second, but he had 2 feeders. This one has the rope in the pulley, and this is something you just hang from a tree. and you fill it up, and it's a little bit camoed, a little bit electrical tape. I'll have to look and see what that's all on there for. It's really cool. It has a solar charger, if you can get it in a place where the sun will shine on it, or it'll take batteries, and the batteries are rechargeable. It's really cool. That one was $30. Got another one, a tall one, something you can set up on poles. The poles disconnect, and you can set it up low, you can set it up high, which is really cool. But this is a very heavy duty plastic. If any of you guys have ever used like old oil drums to make deer feeders and had to cut them up and that sort of thing, they rust, and it's a problem to get the top to fit correctly. But this thing is nice and tight. Comes in 2 pieces, has a very tight latch down top. And again, it has a solar controlled timer and spinner to kick out the feed. And got those 2 feeders basically for 80 bucks. And the other thing that I got, and you can tell them when you set up your wildlife management area, you can tell them that I want to hunt. Okay, I want to harvest an animal or 2, put some meat in the freezer or whatever. They're cool with that. But you can also, if that's not your bag, you can basically tell them that a couple times a year you'll go out and you'll do animal. What's the word that they used? It's like basically it's like a census. Okay, you go out there and you have to commit to X number of hours a year, and you just count everything you see. So this is cool because it's just a pop-up blind. This is badass. Just a pop-up like a doghouse blind. It's like a big tent. You just drop that thing on the ground, pop it open, stake it down, and you can sit in there. And if I would rather make a census than put some meat in the freezer, I can do that, and it will help me earn an agricultural exemption. So at any rate, these are a couple things we're doing. I just came out to our land to put this in storage because frankly, I don't have any place to put it at home. But was out doing some work today, clearing a lot of brush, getting some things cleaned up, straightened up, because I tend to work myself into a mess, and then I got to clean up the mess. But it's part of the fun. At any rate, always keep your eyes on the Facebook Marketplace. There's really cool stuff out there. But 2, if you have any questions or thoughts about if you have a property, want to change the type of agricultural exemption that it has, if you want to find a property that is ag exempt and buy that and have that as a second property, a vacation property, a bug out or getaway property, give me a buzz. I'd love to help you with something like that. At any rate, hey, this is David. And I hope you're having a great Saturday. Actually, no, it's not Saturday, it's Friday. Feels like Saturday to me because I'm out here and I'm not sitting in a chair someplace. So anyway, thanks a lot, y'all. Appreciate you looking. Take care. Talk to you later.